How long have you been waiting? Not for a bus, not for the weekend, but for that other thing. The project you keep meaning to start, the life you keep meaning to build, the step you keep meaning to take. You tell yourself you are almost ready. You just need a little more time, a little more money, a little more knowledge, a little more certainty. But here's the question nobody asks. What if the barrier you are waiting to remove does not actually exist? This is the story of Kael, and it might be the story of you. In a quiet valley between high gray mountains, there lived a young man named Kael. The valley was safe. It was green and familiar and kind, but it was surrounded on all sides by steep rocky peaks, and beyond those peaks, people said, lay a golden city, a place where people were free and alive and fully themselves. Kael had heard the stories since he was a child, and more than anything else in the world, he wanted to go there. But Kael was a careful man. He did not like surprises. He did not like mistakes. He believed that a truly smart person prepares for everything, and so he told his neighbors, "I will leave as soon as I am fully ready." One morning he sat down at his table, opened a notebook, and began to write. He wrote down every danger he could imagine on the mountain, every possible problem, every worst case, and next to each one, he wrote what he would need to survive it. The mountain could be cold. He packed a thick, heavy fur coat. There might not be food. He went to the market and bought 10 pounds of dried meat and 5 large sacks of grain. It might rain. He found a heavy canvas tent and folded it in. There could be wolves. He packed an iron sword. He might fall from a cliff. He added a long coil of rope. He might lose his way in the dark. A large lantern and 6 bottles of oil. When he finished, the bag towered above his head. It was enormous. It was perfect. He had thought of everything. He was safe. The next morning, Kael stood up, put his arms through the straps, took a deep breath, and tried to rise. He could not. His legs shook. His face turned red. He managed one small step before his back bent under the weight and he had to grab the wall to stop himself from falling. He tried again the next morning, and the morning after that. Weeks passed. Every morning the same. Every morning the bag was too heavy. Every morning Kael stayed in the house and watched the mountains through the window. He was completely ready. He could not move an inch. One afternoon, an old man walked past his open door. He had a lined, weathered face and bright, sharp eyes. He carried nothing but a thin wooden walking stick and a small, flat satchel over one shoulder. He was whistling softly to himself. He was walking toward the mountain path. Kael called out, "Wait, you cannot go like that. You have no tent, no food for weeks, no sword for the wolves. You will not survive the first night." The old man smiled and walked inside. He looked at Kael's enormous bag on the floor. He poked it once with his stick. It barely moved. "You," said the old man quietly, "have everything you need to survive, and yet here you are, still inside. You are perfectly protected from the wolves. You are also perfectly protected from the Golden City." Kael frowned. "I am being responsible. I am prepared for the what-ifs. What if it snows? What if I break my leg? What if I get lost?" The old man sat down. He looked at Kael calmly. "Let us look at what you are carrying," he said. "Open the bag." Kael opened it. The old man pointed to the iron sword. "Why do you carry this?" "For the wolves," Kael said. "What if a pack attacks me? Have you seen any wolves today?" The old man asked. "No," Kael admitted. "So today, you are carrying 5 pounds of iron for a wolf that does not exist yet. You are spending your energy fighting an enemy that has not arrived. This sword is making you exhausted before you have taken a single step. Leave it. Kael hesitated. Then, slowly, he lifted the sword out of the bag. The old man pointed to the heavy tent. "And this? For the storms," Kael said. "What if terrible rain comes and I have no shelter?" The old man looked out the window at the blue sky. "Is it raining now?" "No," said Kael. "Then you are carrying a house on your back today because of a cloud that might appear next week. The storm is only in your mind, but the weight of the tent is real on your shoulders, and that weight is stopping you from walking to the place where you might find a cave, or a tree, or a stranger with a roof. Leave it." Kael pulled out the tent. One by one, they went through the bag, the sacks of grain. You carry a month of food, but you only need energy for today. The forest has berries. Other travelers will share. By carrying next month's hunger, you are too heavy to walk to tonight's dinner. The fur coat, the valley is warm. The cold peak is many days away. If you wear a winter coat in summer heat, you will faint before you leave the village. The lantern and the rope and the bottles of oil, each one a real solution to a problem that had not yet happened. When they finished, the bag held only a small loaf of bread, a bottle of water, and a thin, light blanket. Kael stared at the pile on the floor. His chest tightened. "But now I have nothing," he said. "What if something goes wrong and I do not have what I need?" The old man stood. He placed a hand firmly on Kael's shoulder. "You are confusing preparation with prediction," he said. "You believe that if you think hard enough, you can know the future, but you cannot. Nobody can. The only thing any of us ever truly knows is what is happening right now. You have been carrying the weight of 1,000 possible futures. No one is strong enough for that. You only have strength enough for today. If it rains, you will find a leaf. If it gets cold, you will build a fire. If a wolf appears, you will pick up a stone. You will solve each problem when it becomes real. But you cannot solve a problem while it is still only a thought." The old man picked up the small light bag and tossed it to Kael. Kael caught it easily with one hand. He stood there, holding something lighter than he had held in months, and he felt something strange, something he had almost forgotten. He felt ready, not because he had packed for everything, but because he had finally stopped trying to, "What if I make a mistake?" Kael asked quietly. "What if I reach a problem I cannot solve?" "Then you will stop," the old man said, "and you will think, and you will solve it then. You are smarter than you know, Kael, but your intelligence is useless if it is trapped in this room." Kael looked at the open door. He looked at the mountains. For the first time in months, he did not calculate. He did not list. He did not plan for the worst. He simply felt the strength in his legs, and he stepped outside. The journey was long. Sometimes it rained and he got wet. Sometimes he was hungry and had to search for food. Sometimes the path was harder than he expected. But each time a problem came, he stopped, he thought, and he found a way. And one evening, after a long climb through stone and wind and light, Kael stood at the top of the final ridge and looked down at the golden city below. Warm lights, open roads, people moving freely. He had made it not because he had packed perfectly, but because he had finally started. Many of us are Kael. We have a dream we want to reach, a business we want to start, a relationship we want to try, a version of ourselves we want to become. And we sit at the table with our notebooks open, packing our mental bags with what-ifs. What if the economy crashes? What if I am not talented enough? What if I try and it does not work? These questions are not preparation. They are weight, and the longer we carry them, the harder it becomes to move. Here is the truth. You cannot solve a problem that does not exist yet. When you try, you drain the energy you need for today. The anxiety you feel is not a warning. It is the weight of that bag pressing you into your chair. Real preparation is not having a plan for every outcome. Real preparation is trusting yourself to handle what comes. It is knowing that when it rains, you will find shelter. When you are hungry, you will find food. When you are afraid, you will find courage. The monsters you are afraid of are not on the mountain. They are in your bag. So ask yourself this, just one question. Is the problem happening right now? Was buying? If the answer is no, then put it down. You do not need to carry it today. Make your bag light. Take only what today needs and step outside the door. The Golden City is real, and it is waiting for the version of you that finally stopped preparing to live and simply began.